He's got his boy back, Randolph Cobb.
Matt from Jupiter on the line. Matt.
But, you know, other teams beat them. They're going to lose.
50, but it was 22-75.
Yeah, my
Hey,
good night, folks.
Good night, Peter.
Context. I don't know why we do it with
I
politics,
think
but
they could be a team on the rise within the next 2 to 3 years.
No, I didn't like.
A bad dream.
This is reality.
This is reality.
George Springer.
We saw this. We went to a party and we saw this at somebody's house.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on another episode of Dougie versus Drust. Yeah! This time is our non-sports show, and this is where we have some debates. Of course, we have debates when we talk sports.
Yeah, but we go
the-
more depth
yeah.
in like other worldly things, like certain things that we like, that we look up and stuff, or you know, certain things like it's not all about sports that we talk about. There's certain things we also talk about, you know, here or at work.
Yeah. All right, so what do you got? What do you got for us today?
Okay, so let's see. I had one. Yeah, we were just talking about before.
Because I think Seinfeld's the stupidest and dumbest.
Okay, we'll go with that. We could go with that first. So why do you think it's stupid though?
Because some of the stuff makes no sense to me.
So, so you know how SNL is, right?
Yeah.
They all have different skits.
Yeah.
That's Seinfeld.
I get that, but some of it makes no sense. Like the whole, there's that episode where basically they were yada yada the whole time. Like what I don't understand what the storyline was for that episode. Yada yada yada.
So you're saying from one episode, or the whole, everything about it? Because you're only going off one episode.
A lot of stuff. Like even too, there was an episode where there were George Costanza and Jerry producing a show to like NBC about nothing.
Yeah.
That made no sense to me.
Yeah, because that was also a skit for them to go do that, because it actually did happen in real life. They actually did do that.
But they have a show, so why I'm confused why they were.
It was like a show within a show. Like they were like, you know how it is. Like it's a comedy skit. That's exactly what it is. It's all comedy skits. Every episode is more comedy skit. Like
I don't
when,
know.
like, can you remember when George was one of the like financial guys for the Yankees,
Yeah,
and that was his real job. He made real good money and everything. You know, yeah, and he had the next door neighbor. What's his name? The crazy one. I always forget his name. And I feel so bad. So like
Kramer.
So George was like the serious guy. Jerry was the you know the guy who was mellow. Kramer was the crazy guy.
And Elaine was the one that got away.
Yeah, well, she didn't get away at the end. They've been together. They were together at the end.
No, but he tried getting with her many times, and she would.
Well,
always,
no, both not at
she would always friend zone him.
no, they kept it straight. They were just grew good friends, and then after a while, they started having feelings for each other, which it does happen. But it's all comedy. It's all what that show really is. It's all comedy skits.
Some of it made no sense to me. Like, what was the storyline of the yada yada? Like, I'm trying to figure out what it was.
All for about. That. I think it was just more of like inside joke. Like you know how Friends when they have it like that. That was their inside joke when he was a kid with her. Like instead of like, you know, give her the middle finger and saying "F you," that's what it meant. For them, maybe yada yada could have been like.
It just made no sense to me.
Like yada yada
to last that long.
Yeah, like yada yada could be like for them could be like
must be nice.
Yes, like how ours exactly. That's what it is. It's an inside kind of thing that we only know because we said it must be nice to people that don't know. Guess what? They're not going to know the inside joke. And that's it.
Yeah.
But now you're getting it now. That's what yada yada is. It's an inside joke.
Must be nice.
Exactly.
Like when I went to the Double game with my friend Kyle, we were going down the elevator and I was like, "Must be nice." He's like, "Can you shut up? People are gonna look at you and think you're some type of idiot."
Because no one understands what you're saying, but he
I
does.
Do.
Yeah, you do. That's what yada yada is. Yada yada.
But to do it for a half hour on a show made no sense to me.
Because that was the point of the skit, was for that to be that way.
So why are they each all half hours? Why can't it be like 15-minute skits?
It is 15 minutes.
No.
You're getting commercials.
Must
It's true, though.
Nice.
But am I wrong, though? It is 15 minutes of a show.
Yeah, but I could say there were shows that were better. Like, I get the show like Cheers, for example.
But Cheers had a plot, though.
That's what I'm saying. Seinfeld had no plot.
That was the point of Seinfeld. Why do you think it became so popular? It didn't have like the normalcy of any other show. It was
had
a
no
comedy
plot.
skit after a comedy skit after a comedy skit. Like, look at why do you think what's his name from The Devils is so freaking famous? Devils. You mess with the devil. What's his Pat
Wahlberger?
That's it. He's dude, you see my game. I think I have a picture.
Putty?
That's it. I think I have a picture with me and him at a game that he was there for.
I think Pat. Let's see.
Yeah, that's his name, but the actor that played him. I believe I have the picture.
Let's see.
That's a picture of me, Mick Foley, and somebody else.
Putty.
Oh yeah, so I have it right here.
That had to be that's 28. Is that the
That's the actor. That's the actor who's like at the point in the show.
No, but is that the playoff game? David,
Wasn't no playoff game. He was there. He was there for sponsor night. Like he was there like you know
Patrick.
his bobblehead. It was bobblehead night for him.
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah,
is his name.
but Putty, he was his name.
All right, hold on.
Are you gonna try to show the audience?
Yeah, I'm gonna show the audience.
Yeah.
They got to see Jimbo and Putty.
I know, and that's when I had a
Since
goatee.
they're talking about.
I think I had a goatee that time.
Yeah,
I did. I forgot about that
Let's show
too.
the audience. I gotta take my mic out.
Yeah,
All right,
you
so
gotta
this is Jimmy
And Putty.
and Putty at the Devil game
Yeah, back in what is it, 2018?
back in 2018.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, that was a funny
Jimmy
time.
Drust. Don't trust the Drust.
You should always trust the Drust.
February 19th, 2019.
It was okay. It was around that time. Okay. I
Wait,
remember-
you took it live?
it automatically does that.
Trying to watch? Oh, you can't watch it.
No, because it's somebody holding it. I think it was my father at the time.
But I'm just saying, like, but some episodes they make sense, like the Devil game episode. That one makes sense.
Why did it make sense? It was just them going to the Devils game.
But you're going to a game. They got ready for a game.
All right, let's
They
say
got their face mask.
You remember that
They
show?
got ready to go to the game.
Remember that show, That 70s Show?
Yeah.
Do you think that had any like decent plot to that at all? Think of all the episodes. Just think of some of the episodes. Do you think that 70s Show had the amount of plot behind it? No. It was literally all like funny episodes that get behind it. And towards the end, they actually had a plot. Of each season had a
Seinfeld
plot.
just made no sense.
Seinfeld did the same thing.
Maybe it's a personal opinion, but Seinfeld made no sense.
You're forgetting Seinfeld and That 70s Show were on at the same time.
It made no sense to me, realistically.
Yes, but that's the point of that type of show.
No, I get that, but
It's not to make sense. It's there for you. What TV does for everybody, it gives you 30 minutes or an hour of relaxation and get everything out of your mind that's going on in your life.
oh, of course.
So the point of Seinfeld being on there was the point of
Stupidity.
yes, just to cause you didn't have to watch a show like a serious show because nowadays the shows are all like it's like Chicago Fire, 911. It's all these serious shows.
Well, for me, the best TV show is Everybody Loves Raymond, and that's it. There's no denying that fact. It's reality.
Best TV show of all time.
Everybody Loves Raymond is a reality. It's not a reality show, but it's reality. It's the reality of being married and having a cranky mother-in-law.
Well, it's the same thing as freaking King and Queens with Kevin James. It's the same thing.
I mean, maybe I can relate to Everybody Loves Raymond, not being married, but other stories I could tell you.
But that's the same thing. You can say the same thing. It's a King and Queens. It's the same thing. It's the same exact show. Married, and then you have a disgruntled freaking grandfather.
But whoever the actor Kevin James played,
Yeah, I forgot his
I
name.
mean the character he played,
Yeah.
he made guest appearances on Everybody Loves Raymond. So those two shows connected in some way.
Yeah, because I think they were in the same kind of area. Yeah,
Long Island, I think
well,
Queens.
yeah, they're not that far from each other. Well, they're far, but the driving distance.
Yeah, driving distance
Yeah.
isn't too bad.
But also, don't forget, his character was a delivery man.
Yeah.
So
I
he
think he
probably had a section to go into
I'm trying to think who he worked for.
UPS, I think it was.
That's what I think, but I'm not
UPS
sure.
or FedEx. It was one of the, or it was some like name brand company that like somebody owned. And did like short deliveries for like the people and everything, you know.
Let's see.
But yeah, those two were the same shows, but the greatest show of all time. Everybody's gonna have different opinions.
Doug Heffernan.
Yeah, well there you go. It makes sense.
Yeah, he worked for.
I think it was like his own company.
He worked for IPS.
Okay, so it was like some own company
So
that.
I guess it was like. I guess it was UPS, but they didn't want to
yeah,
use UPS.
the fraudulent. Yeah, that's
Just like on like Zoe 101, they had the sidekick,
Oh yeah.
but they called it a tech mate.
Yeah, I got you. Or instead of like on Victoria's, instead of apple, it was like pear or something like that.
Yeah, they got
like the phone. It was shaped as a pear.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
Do.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
Because if you look at how he's dressed,
he looks
does
like
UPS.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Brown, everything. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're saying the greatest show of all time. I grew up on so many like kid shows and everything like oh. Are we talking about like that type of show, like the Love Raymonds, or in general?
Anything, whatever you
I would probably put.
Because you could even say the Honeymooners. That was a classic.
Yeah, but those are like classic TV shows. I'm more into like I was gonna say like Breaking Bad or like Sons of Anarchy, because those are like good shows.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like Mad Men was a good show. It got boring, but what's the one? The Wire. The Wire is a really good show. This is old. It's not old school, but it's going back. Oz. You ever remember hearing about that show?
Oh yeah, I've heard
The
of
prison
Oz.
one. That one's a good show. Or even I could say CSI, Las Vegas. That was one of my favorites because I would always stay up watching that stuff on Spike TV. Like I really don't have. I guess they're all my favorites, but I don't have a specific favorite one.
So it looks like IPS.
Was a company?
No, it says the IPS delivery scam is a fraudulent scheme that targets individuals expecting package deliveries.
Oh wow! So on the show it was like lovely that he's doing that, but really it was just a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's pretty funny. But no, Sienfeld was one of those shows that it was just for comic relief.
Yeah.
That's
but
all it was. It
didn't-
wasn't supposed to be that serious like how other shows were at the time.
No,
and how they
but
are
it didn't
now.
really make sense.
Yes, but that was the point of that show. Was not supposed like SNL. Why the SNL is the longest, like one of the longest ratings shows?
No, but it was mini skits. It wasn't a whole episode. It was just mini skits.
Yes,
different skits.
that's how Seinfeld is. Because you know how the show started every time, right?
Yeah, he's in the comedy.
Exactly. It's him telling the story. So think about it. You know how comedians tell a story? You know how long it sometimes takes them?
Oh yeah.
So imagine you put an episode behind. That's 15 minutes. That's an episode right there. You think about it.
I get it, but it just made
Think
no
about
sense.
it. Like Kevin Hart could probably have a whole TV show just about all his comedy skits
Oh, he
that
probably
did.
can.
Exactly.
And he is playing at the Prudential Center end of June, so I may go see Kevin Hart.
No, that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, it would
Because
be.
tickets might be a little expensive. It should be that much money.
See, SNL, but it's skits.
Yes, but so is a comedy skit. It's
Oh,
a comedy skit.
Like with SNL, you'd have like Donald Trump on, or
Yes.
Travis Kelce,
They're
or Hillary Clinton,
Yes, because they're comedy
or-
skits.
but they would be leading in the skits, different type of skits,
Well, no, it'd be different. It'd be different skits each one.
but it would be skits. They
Yes.
would be featured on the skits.
Yes.
Maybe like a 5-minute skit for each part, or 10 minutes.
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever the episode. Yeah,
But It's not like they were featured on one episode.
Yes.
30-minute clip.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Well, that's what Seinfeld was. It was just a 4-person and other people that came in. That's what Seinfeld. Jerry Springer was just funny on his own. To add those other 3 individuals,
Yeah.
it made it funny.
Kramer was a nut.
Kramer made that show.
Yeah, he did.
Like Seinfeld was that comic relief, but Kramer was that wild card.
Mm-hmm.
He's the wild card of that. Even probably to this day, he's probably still a wild card. You can say, what's that one? Whose line is it anyway? When he had Drew, now he owns freaking Price is Right.
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey. He used to do that with Wayne.
Yeah, on the Drew Carey
And
show.
but no. It was called Whose Line Was It
No,
Anyway?
but he also had the Drew Carey
Yes,
show.
but minus that, they only had 3 people on there. The 4th one was always a guest. So you could say SNL was the same thing as that. You always had, and it was different scenarios, different skits. That was a TV show, but nobody understood it. But it was just comedy relief to make you laugh.
I get that, but
So that's what Seinfeld is.
I get that, but you need to stay focused on like the plot and what it is.
There was no plot.
But that's my point. That's why I don't think it was to be a half-hour show.
But it
Because
was.
if you
How many
wa-
seasons did they have?
9 or 8.
Exactly.
But
So
to fully focus on a 30-minute clip, you need to have that plot. You need to have that end point. Because if you're listening to someone just talk yada yada throughout the episode, you're going to be lost. Just like if I keep saying must be nice, people are going to find me confusing and tune out.
Yeah, but see, that was the point. 'Cause you had other shows at that time that were serious, right? You had other shows at that time. What Seinfeld was at the moment was to just give you that comic relief, to just be like, just that's it. The show had to be serious. It didn't have to be nothing. There was no like major deaths or major plot twist to the story.
Yeah,
That's when you had it.
That's my point. None of it made sense.
Good, but that's the point of that show, though. The point.
I get that,
They-
but I
so
think
it wasn't like a show where it had a
But
plot.
I understand that, but I think that's why it sucked from my point of view.
Well, you didn't like it, but other people will say different. It's now,
But like Cheers, you can say, "Oh, it's always focused in a bar," but that's the reality.
but you can say that for How I Met Your Mother.
The bartender is the bartender's the bartender,
Yeah,
and he has different customers. He has his regulars. Just like if I go to a bar, I may tell them,
you mean the Monkey Bar and Grill went on by?
I may tell people, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is what's going on in my life. Oh, how's work? How's this girl?
Yeah,
How's your friend doing? I haven't seen Bobby in a while. How's Bobby doing?
yeah.
I haven't seen Big Dave in a while. How's Big Dave doing? Oh, you guys got a podcast? Oh, they went separate. Oh, that's the part. That's the part of that show. That's what Cheers is about. Everyday realities of going to your local bar.
Well, yeah. But like I said,
With Seinfeld, there was no plot throughout the whole
but that's
show.
the point of Seinfeld.
I understand that, but that's why I'm saying I did not really care for it, and I didn't really find
Yeah,
interest in
Because
it.
you're not funny. Zing.
Must be nice. I don't know. Difference of opinions, but that's where I stand on the whole Seinfeld.
That I don't know. I just feel like Seinfeld was one of those shows that it was like at the time a wonder show. Like it was like not one hit wonder. Because if they actually got back together, they could probably do the same thing. Same with Friends. Like if they brought it back. Because like with that 70s show, now they have that 90s show.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's more or less like a watered down version of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't. It's hard to capture something that like a lightning in a bottle. It's only gonna happen like once in a lifetime
Yeah.
for that show. And then when you do something afterwards, it's just gonna be a watered down version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And no offense, like I didn't see the 90s show because they also did, even right after that 70s show, they did that 80s show. That was just literally just one season. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was with different casts. It's like, no, that show was 1 in a million.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you ever did other shows, like what Sons of Anarchy does, to all my SOA fans out there, when they did the Mayans show, it was a watered down version of that. That's all it was. It was just so people had the nostalgia factor and no. Some things you have to leave dead and buried, or just leave it alone.
Yeah.
You can't just bring it back. Like, are they trying to bring back Zoe 101?
They were trying to.
I think they're trying to.
They had something in the works, and there was something with, and then the whole stuff with Dan Schneider came apart. So it's like,
but what they should bring back, honestly, I say bring back all that.
that was a good show.
You should bring that back. If they do that,
All that was like SNL though.
yes,
That's what all that is.
That's
It's
what- that's-
SNL.
yeah, that's what Nick, like at the time, that's what they're doing. It was like Keenan and Kel, Drake and Josh. They're all like skits.
Yeah.
Like, there was no really major plot like how the shows are now.
No, but there were some plots like for Drake and Josh.
Yeah, towards the end, really. Like the first couple episodes, more or less like comedy sketch, like funny ideas, and then it gets serious.
But you knew what it was about.
Yeah, it's about family living together at emerging family, stepbrother and stepbrother, being like how to live and communicate with each other, not live and be with each other.
Like one episode was called Josh is Done, and that was basically Josh was tired of Drake being Drake and was tired of feeling he was being taken advantage of, and he got to his breaking point.
My everyday life.
And then Drake
Working at Costco.
Drake realized
He was wrong.
he was wrong.
Yeah, because it was I think it was his birthday, and Drake did a surprise birthday for a girl that he was trying to get in the pants in,
Yeah.
and then it's like the manager, she's a famous actress that's very funny. I forget her name. She's in a lot of things. She was just like it's Josh's birthday. He's like, no, it's not. It's like, I have it right here on the thing. It's Josh's birthday today. I got him a card and everything.
Yeah.
And he just felt like the biggest dick in the world.
And then I think at the end of the episode, Drake was like, "I'm sorry." Drake was like, "Josh, you may not need me, but I need you more than you need me."
Yeah, well, because I think Josh didn't really need Drake.
No, he didn't.
It was Drake that needed Josh.
Drake was left all alone.
Yeah, and now look at Josh now.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's does TV shows here and there. Like he does cameos. He has his own podcast, and he's living like Drake. You don't really know much about him no more. The only thing that happened was the whole incident.
Yeah.
So I mean, show nowadays are just more like reboots, or it's like trying to like. Cause you remember Fuller House was the same thing.
Yeah.
That ran for 5 seasons, so it had some success.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But no, Seinfeld was one of those shows that like at the time was just like big Cause I think it was actually after 9/11. I think it was.
What?
Seinfeld was. I think Seinfeld was like right. Let me look when they.
No, I thought it was in the 90s.
The early 2000s, my guy.
No, I thought they were in the 90s.
Give me a second.
When it ended, or
Seinfeld.
it was in the 90s and it ended 2000-ish.
No, it was 1989 to 1998. So it went for 9 years.
Yeah. 9 years of confusion.
9, yeah, but you can't say nothing because if it was we weren't even live when that show came on.
Yeah, but I watched it. It's on Netflix. It's confusing.
Well, you get confused now because you like imagine you as a kid watching that stuff. You wouldn't care if it was funny.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
but some
like
of the
how those
things,
kids
it
like
makes
you,
no
my
sense.
dad. My dad watched the show.
There's
like,
no plot.
My dad's.
I like shows with plots.
Yeah, well, if you want to watch plot, you go watch Lost.
That's a confusing show too.
How is that confusing? It has a plot.
No, it does, but you gotta like stay focused.
Yes, that's the point. Some shows don't have to be
Same
like
thing
that.
too.
Wait, what?
Same thing too. Like the show 24, you have to start.
Oh, that's what that's.
You have to. That's what I mean. You have to. That's what I mean. It gets confusing. You can't start in the middle because you're gonna have no idea what the point is.
Oh yeah.
You got to start way in the beginning. Because I remember in high school we were watching 24 one day, and I was so confused. But that's because we didn't watch it from the beginning.
Yeah,
you have to watch it in order.
Yeah,
just like the show Secret Life of an American Teenager. You have to watch that show in order.
No, you kind of don't. She gets pregnant, and she's just like, okay, the whole show is her being a teenager living with that.
No, I know,
What
but
most of some of the population deals with nowadays.
I know. They should have done it
So
now.
the title pretty much explains
No,
it.
I get that,
That's
but if
the
you're
whole
watching the
thing.
show,
That's what it is.
you have to.
The show explains it completely.
I get that, but you have to watch it from the start because if you watch it from the beginning,
I can't watch this type of shows. I'm sorry.
But if you, I like this type of shows.
See, you like that drama type of shit.
Yeah, I like drama.
You're a drama bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Knowing things I could relate to, or like people around me could relate to.
With those shows?
Yeah, like high school. Like
So
when
you're a Gilmore Girl, aren't you?
No, I just
Bullshit.
I don't watch Gilmore Girls.
Yes, you did.
What's that one?
I saw you got a Rudy in your room, don't you? You got a Rudy poster.
No, I'm just saying you like those shows. Like for example, if you watch Secret Life of an American Teenager, you have to start from the beginning because then you're gonna be like, okay, why is Amy and Ben together, but why are Ricky and Amy arguing? Who now?
So it's
how did Ben get with the other girl?
I don't know. What's the show?
And then you had
You're telling me things that how am I gonna know? I don't watch those type of shows.
and then you had the couple. Like, and there was one episode where this like religious girl, like very religious girl.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. The blonde, I think.
Yeah, the blonde. She had sex before marriage, and then that same night, her dad died in a plane accident.
Well, not.
So she felt like
She thought that it was just the God's
she felt like
revenge.
it was her fault.
The God's
But
revenge.
I'm just saying you have because there's so many storylines through that show that you have to watch it from the beginning. You can't watch it like from season 5 and then finish it because
So
you're gonna
those
be like,
shows in the 2000s, I agree, you did have to watch it from the start to understand it.
yeah.
But those shows back then, like even the comedy, like you didn't have to.
Like I could watch because like we talked about Full House and Fresh Prince with Shane. With
Yeah.
Full House and Fresh Prince, you could watch whatever episode you want
Yeah.
because
Because they're all
different. It's a different storyline
not- yeah.
each episode.
So that's the same thing as Seinfeld. Seinfeld was it wasn't on the same basis like how the teen pregnancy one was. Like,
Secret Life of an American Teenager.
thank you. That's your favorite show, I guess.
Cheyenne, if Cheyenne watches this episode, she's gonna be dying of laughter.
Oh no. Oh, she'll know you're a real man. Like apparently, if you're watching that all by yourself,
I haven't watched Secret Life in a while,
Mhm.
but that was a good show.
all the no, I couldn't watch that shit. I could not.
I just like the drama, like drama show.
I'm not a drama person. So you like drama and stuff.
I like watching that show.
Yeah, you like being in drama. I'm good with that one. Well, I feel like that's why I feel like it's different because then for me, I was more in that time. So we're gonna say the 90s, 2000s. I was more into freaking watching anime at that time.
Yeah.
I feel like that was different. Like some people watched. Well, a lot of people didn't watch American Teenage, wherever pregnancy, whatever.
Of the American
Secret
Teenager.
Life of American Teenager, pregnancy, whatever. Other people were watching anime and freaking, going to bedroom, going into their bedroom and Super Saiyan up.
Oh, that's the girl.
What? I don't know. I don't know who you're looking at.
All right, Adrian Lee. All right, so Ricky and Adrian were dating, and I think at that time,
I'm sorry to the audience.
Ricky got Amy pregnant, but Ben fell in love with Amy, and then Amy told Ben that she's pregnant with Ricky's baby, and then Ben ended up dating Adrian, and then Ricky ended up dating Amy. I think they got engaged, then they got married. So that's that. And I think Amy's mom ended up dating a woman.
Okay.
And then I think,
You're just going through the whole skit.
no, I'm actually looking like the characters and I'm trying to remember.
Oh my god. Because wasn't the main character's parents like divorced and they got back together and she got pregnant?
Oh, I think so.
It was who played in 17 Candles
Trying to think.
and Breakfast Club.
Molly
Molly Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald?
Yeah, she was on there. Right? She was in there?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
the mom.
Yeah, she was dating. She was divorced from the dad,
Yeah.
and I think they got back together, and she got pregnant.
Or I thought she was dating a woman too. I don't know. This
No,
the whole show was.
yeah. So you like Grey's Anatomy, don't you?
I haven't really watched it.
Oh, fair
But I
enough.
like that type of show. Like,
Well, you like the drama filled type of shows. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm good. I mean, some stuff I could watch. Like I know me and Reefer. Shout out to Reefer. He watches this. I remember because me and him always discuss about Jersey Shore. Cause we would watch that growing up,
yeah.
and sometimes if you don't hear us, we go, the cabs are here. Cabs, we'll be running down the floor. Oh, dude, the one that he got me with that. He's like, the cabs are here, hop on. I hopped on, and we almost got caught. But sorry, somebody's watching this. That's higher up at Costco. Don't get me fired.
Trying to think. Yeah, she was in a relationship with a woman.
Molly Wingwood. Oh, I guess she got back with the father. I know she got pregnant towards the end of that show.
Yeah, like I said, you got to watch it in order to understand.
Yeah. You have to. There's no question about that.
But this was our non-sports show, as you could tell. We talk about whatever, debate whatever we want. Dougie versus Drust.
Gonna say, should we move on to something else?
It's up to you.
Well, we're at 30 minutes. Or you want to keep going?
Don't matter to me. If you got something, we could bring it up today.
Okay. We brought up the show one. I'll bring up.
We could go for 40. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, it depends how long we go with this one. We said this before. So, should children be allowed cell phones until they're over 18? Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
You agree that they should not have a phone?
I agree.
I say,
There's too much stuff out there that they could find on their phone.
but you could limit it. You could limit it to it.
You can. Now, if you need to get in contact with your kid and you want them to have a phone at 14, 15, get them like a regular flip phone if they still have them.
Yeah, but we don't have the flip phones anymore. They're kind of.
I know, but I'm saying on this thing, there's a lot of stuff.
Well, there are. So I'll
Having your eyes glued, especially with social media,
Mhm.
Instagram, that could take a toll on your mentality.
Well, Twitter too, because there's certain things you see on
Yeah.
Twitter.
But that could take a toll on your mentality. If you're on Instagram, shit, this girl got 200 likes in a matter of 10 minutes, and I get one like, I get 20 likes in 2 days.
It's okay. It's okay, Doug. I know you're pretty enough.
That could destroy someone's mental health, especially today with where mental health is. I don't think kids should be on social media at that young of an age.
I'll say this because
If
nowadays
you want to get them a phone where they can contact, sure.
Well, you can restrict that though. Just be a strict cell phone. Like,
yeah,
You don't have because you could just be like, all right, it's just.
but every phone has social media on it.
Well, no. Now if you just do straight cell service, so all you have to do is just do cell service, and that's it. You don't have to pay for the thing or anything for the gigabyte for anything. I'll say I was 13 years old when I first got my cell phone.
But we had flip phones back then.
It's that and the walkie-talkie ones.
We didn't do this all day.
Remember the walkie-talkie ones?
Yeah, we didn't do this all day, sliding up and down.
Yes, because we're in a different generation.
Having my eyes glued to Twitter.
Yes.
Having my eyes glued to Instagram.
I would say this. I feel like don't give your kid the phone at like a young age. There's a kid. Of course they're gonna mess with it. 13 or 14 is probably a reasonable age to have it. But you also could restrict it. Like I'll restrict enough to where you only call a certain amount of people and that's it. Because the only good thing for me, I'm grandfathered in, so I have unlimited data.
I know this is a sports show. I know this ain't a sports show, and I know this is not a political show.
Oh God!
No, we're not going to get into a. We're not going to get into a political discussion.
Go ahead,
political
say it, Doug.
debate.
But
that's for Dougie's political hour with Carolyn and Jim when they go at it.
Yeah, minus me.
But did you see this? Secret Service threatened to tase Travis Kelce at the White House if he approached President Biden's podium.
No, I think that's more of a joke because he did it last year when they all said, "Oh, you won't do it," and he went up to it. So I think it's more of a joke. I think it's a joke.
It probably is.
I think that's what it is. I think it's a joke. I think it was just them to see it, to be like, "Hi, it's kind of funny," like for him to do that. But all right, back to the whole cell phone. That is pretty funny. I feel like the whole cell phone thing. I think 10 to younger. I say 12 to younger is probably a little too young. I say once you get, because the ideal of having like even like where you live perfectly, you live right by the school and everything.
Yeah.
So you don't. Your child's at school and they go run around the neighborhood and stuff. It's not going to major highways or anything. You know your child's nearby.
Yeah. You can walk home.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like when you get to 13 to 14, you're getting into that high school, like teenager, like you need your, because you want to go out like late at night, like like with
No, I get
your
that.
friends and everything. Or you sleep,
I said it's good for contact.
yeah,
You need to contact them, sure. But this thing, there's so much on here.
yeah, but you don't have to. You can restrict the apps.
But
and
they're
everything.
gonna want to be part of it.
Yeah, but they have to understand that there's certain things you should not see. My niece, perfect example. She's not allowed to watch YouTube. She's only allowed to watch the Netflix.
So we're not on Netflix yet, so she can't watch us.
No, not yet. Netflix. But no, like Netflix and like certain. She not because remember that Moo whatever that girl that had the mask on and like was like not killing things, but like it was so weird.
I think
you know what I'm talking about if I showed you a picture of her.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff
But
on YouTube.
at that time, we found out, and my brother immediately went on the iPad and restricted YouTube. Restricted it where she cannot touch it unless my brother gives her the code.
Mm-hmm.
So we have restrictions, but I think the parents just does not care.
I know there's restrictions.
Care about your child. Like Doug says, there's shit going around that you should not see for a child.
I'm not just gonna be like, here's an iPhone. Do whatever you want with it.
Because nowadays we're so prone of like if the child wants attention, we give them the freaking iPads. Like, watch this. It's a good and bad thing. It keeps them quiet, yes, but at a bad thing, they keep. Oh, I could get this. I know that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So like there should be X amount because we didn't have all that stuff growing up.
That's what I'm saying.
So we didn't have we had to either go outside. We got spoiled growing up because we were getting the age where internet was coming out.
Yeah.
The Xboxes, the PS, all of them were coming out, being these next big systems where we could sit home and do all that.
Mm-hmm.
It was like on the brink, and then like all the cell phones start coming out. Like we had the Blackberries, the
Sidekicks.
I
tell you, I miss my. If I had my favorite phone, it would be the BlackBerry. That was such a great thing. And then
BlackBerry was like
you had BBM.
Yes.
BBM. Remember BBM?
Yeah, I remember BBM. That was funny.
BlackBerry Messenger. That was the shit.
That was like or LOL Messenger Online with the computer and stuff. Like that. Like that's his stuff nowadays.
I could keep a BlackBerry, but like I said,
but nowadays everybody goes to iPhone. We all have iPhones or Android.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
like
they want to be part of the trend,
right? And I agree with that. I just feel like nowadays, I think we're all glued to that. I mean, even adults, they're glued to it too. You know, because we look, for us, we look like sports stuff, or watch sports games, or watches movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but for children, I think more or less they gotta go outside and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me to where I want it is, I'll give my child a cell phone when I feel convenience.
Mm-hmm.
When I feel like it should be like, like me and my brother had to wait at 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My sister got hers probably at 10, 9 or 10. She was the princess, but that's another topic for another day. Fucking bitch. Anyway,
Good thing she's not watching.
I can send her this, and I can send her this clip.
Go
But
for it.
she knows. But anyway, like for me, I would want my child to wait until X amount of time.
Yeah, like my first phone was a flip phone.
Yeah, like 13 is good enough for me because then I know like if he or she wants to go out late, hey, you're calling me. Soon as you get to a certain place or whatever, I want a call.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I have to call a parent, because I'm coming up there and taking the phone. But it's not it's not a what is it? What's always the saying? It's not a thing. It's a privilege.
Yeah. Because even too, like I could be going to sleep. I could say I'm going to bed at like 8:30. Lay down in my bed at 8:30.
You're just you're scrolling through the internet and shit.
But I'm on
Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram.
Oh yeah, he's on Twitter, all right.
I'm watching movies, watching goals, highlights.
Yeah, I got you.
Playing my favorite game, Temple Run.
Jesus Christ, you're old school.
Yeah, that was.
But no, like, but we could do that because we pay for.
But it's a distraction too.
Yeah, it's a distraction for. But also, I feel like that adults we earn this.
No, I get it.
We earn this. The child is getting everything for them.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's.
But my point is, it becomes a distraction too.
Yeah, it
even
becomes
for us, it's a
but
distraction.
if you do certain things, like certain things to lessen the distraction,
Oh, you
they
can.
have to go out. Like go out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, go out.
Mm-hmm.
I bought you these things. Go out.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
with
I
that.
don't want to force you to go out, but I'm telling you to go out.
Yeah, go play baseball,
Like,
play hockey.
like we didn't have this when we were growing up. Like you're privileged to this.
I was glad to not have it.
Yeah, I the same for me. Like I'm happy I didn't have that because I feel like because anytime I'm not afraid to go outside or anything. Like
Yeah.
have the people just sit at home
Mm-hmm.
and like we're not productive with life. And that's fine. That's your choice, but that's not for me. I want to go out and enjoy my life.
Yeah.
Like you let to go on your cruises and everything. You earn that. You earn that from working hard and everything.
Yeah.
You earn that.
Cruise,
You earn
baby.
that right. You earn your money to put your money away to go do that. Same with me when I leave to go to Florida next month. Like because Daddy has notification in almost a year. I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Children have to understand.
So I'm looking at the screen, Jimmy.
Where we at?
We didn't record this.
Are you serious?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh no, not that one episode.
Yeah, the one episode
Bro,
with,
I was ready to come back over your house
with
and,
no
like,
audio.
I was ready to cap. Well, I'm seeing us moving. I see the red thing.
Yeah,
so
you can see it moving.
I was gonna say, please don't do that.
But yeah, this was a good episode. Lots of discussion, lots of debate.
Yeah, and I feel, and I like, please, if you're watching the show,
Give us some topics to talk about.
topics or like if you agree or disagree, like what we say, because I know some of our takes in the past were like, I remember the whole going back, we're talking about Andrew Reese with the whole just shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
That kind of got like a little bit of like influence, or with the whole what Dave said the one day, I forgot what it was about. It was all about the presidency and everything, about the Andrew Reed's going there and everything. Somebody said something about that.
Yeah.
It was the same guy actually. I said about me and him. So me and Dave had a little rebuttal against him. But give us call, like, tell us like if anything, like you have any interesting comments or anything that you feel like should be said. Even it could be about life, video games, anime, cartoons, anything you guys could think of or we could think of.
Yeah. Your personal life, you want to come on and discuss something,
Yeah.
Feel free.
Yeah, feel free. And it's something that like you feel strong, like, is like mayonnaise better than mustard. And it's like, oh, okay, we can discuss about that.
Well, let's be real. Nothing's better than honey mustard. Let's be real.
I don't know. Mayo's a classic.
We'll save that for another day.
Yeah.
Dougie versus Drust. We'll see you guys next Thursday.
Bye-bye.
Must be nice.
And always,
The Doug Strava Show.
Trust.
The Doug Strava Show is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by.
Who should you trust?
This episode was brought to you by Nicole and Dave. Go Sports. For all your latest information surrounding the world of sports, talk to Dave.